And strangely enough, you can use it for a dead battery so it can jump start itself. Go inside the car, and then when 10 seconds is up, crank the engine. Voila! With computers and the supercapacitors inside, it will turn the low voltage of your dead battery.
Imagine driving down a deserted road far from help when your car suddenly refuses to start. What if there was one tool under $100 that could save you from costly roadside assistance and get you back on track in minutes? Stick around because this game-changing device isn't just for emergencies. It's a must-have for every car owner. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Picture this. It's late at night, the temperature has dropped, and you're far from home. You turn the key in your car's ignition, but instead of the reassuring sound of the engine roaring to life, all you hear is the dreaded click of a dead battery. The street is empty, your phone signal is spotty, and your only options seem to be flagging down a stranger, waiting for hours for roadside assistance, or footing the bill for an expensive tow. It's stressful, isn't it? And unfortunately, it happens all too often. Dead car batteries are one of the most common reasons drivers end up stranded. And what's worse, it's an entirely preventable situation. Now let's think about those traditional solutions for a minute.
Into over 12 volts so it can actually jump start itself. Understand that if your battery gets under 12 volts, it beeps again. That means it's fully charged. Because after a few minutes, as you can see here now, this has 12.3 volts.
Relying on strangers for a jump start can be risky, and not everyone carries jumper cables in their car. Roadside assistance can be helpful in a pinch, but with the average call costing $75 to $100, it's not exactly a cost-effective option, especially if you find yourself making multiple calls in a year. Towing your vehicle. That can quickly turn into a triple-digit expense depending on how far you are from the nearest shop. Ultimately, none of these solutions are particularly convenient, affordable, or even guaranteed when you're in a vulnerable situation. But here's something most drivers don't realize. One compact tool can change all of this. Today's portable jump starters are nothing like the heavy, outdated versions from years past. They're roughly the size of a small book, yet powerful enough to jump your car battery in seconds. If you've ever considered how a life preserver works for someone stranded at sea, that's how you can think of a jump starter. A little lifeline you can stash in your glove box, always ready when you need it.
And by using this with this little transformers and super caps, it turns the voltage of your dead battery into enough voltage in here to start itself. So it could sit there for 100 years. There's no power in it. It doesn't matter. Once you hook it up to the battery, then it recharges it.
The best part. These devices are incredibly easy to use, even if you don't consider yourself handy with cars. All it takes is connecting one clamp to the positive terminal, the other to the negative, pressing a button, and voila, your car is ready to drive.
And strangely enough, you can use it for a dead battery so it can jump start itself. Go inside the car, and then when 10 seconds is up, crank the engine. Voila! With computers and the supercapacitors inside, it will turn the low voltage of your dead battery.
An independent, reliable solution that doesn't rely on others, eliminates waiting or hefty costs, and restores your peace of mind. But what about stopping car problems before they even start? Let's dive into that next.
It's just taking your battery residual power, bumping it up to enough voltage to start the car. One end on the negative terminal, you heard it beep. The beep means that it's charging itself. Now,
what if your car could tell you when something was wrong before it turned into a costly nightmare? Well, it can, if you know how to listen. Most drivers don't realize the little warning signs their car gives, whether it's declining performance or subtle changes under the hood. Ignoring these hints may seem harmless, but over time, it can lead to repairs that drain your wallet faster than you think. Luckily, there are simple, inexpensive tools that can act as a quick health check for your car, helping you stay ahead of expensive problems. Take your brake fluid, for example. Did you know it absorbs moisture over time? If left unchecked, this moisture can reduce braking performance and damage your system, putting you and your passengers at serious risk. And replacing a failed braking system? That can cost upwards of $1,000.
On the brake side of things, it's going to check your copper corrosion level. And these are like a strip, and they're double-ended, so you can do both on one strip. And it tests your coolant in two different ways. First off, the freeze/boil point to make sure that's within range.
A small pack of brake fluid test strips, however, lets you verify its condition in seconds. Think of these strips like a traffic light for your fluid. Bright yellow or clear means you're in the green, while darker shades indicate it's time for a change before your brakes fail you when you need them most. Coolant works in a similar way. Over time, it can become acidic and corrode critical engine components. We're not talking minor repairs either. When coolant problems are ignored, the damage can total your engine, requiring a replacement that easily costs $4,000 or more.
Next, onto our brake fluid. We'll just dip that in here. We'll get that out of the way. As far as the coolant side of things go, the freeze-boil point, that falls in at about 100%. On the brake side of things, that's matching up at the very end of the scale, about 300 parts per million of copper in there.
Enter the Coolant Test Strip, a tiny, inexpensive tool that works like a litmus test for your engine's life. Dip it in, compare the color to the guide, and you'll know right away if it's still healthy or if corrosion is already setting in. The best part is that these strips cost less than $10 and take only a few moments to use. That's it. Just dip the strip, read the results, and potentially save thousands in future repairs. Preventing disasters can really be that simple. But while these tools can tackle potential hazards, how do you keep your car running efficiently and cut down on fuel costs? Let's talk about that next. Car maintenance doesn't have to feel overwhelming or come with sky-high costs. The tools we've covered today show how just a small investment can save you thousands down the road. Whether it's a portable jump starter to avoid costly tows or a $10 test strip that prevents major engine repairs, these products prove that staying proactive is the smartest move you can make. So, which of these items are missing from your car? Now is the time to add them to your toolkit. After all, being prepared isn't just about saving money, it's about driving with confidence and peace of mind every time you hit the road.